countries.
Indeed. And he runs, he's involved in sports performance, mental performance. Does a fantastic job of that, by the way. And he's also coaching a bit. So he coaches John Vetterli mostly remotely, sometimes on training camps. Um, John Vetterli is studying to be a doctor, so he is a smart dude. You know, have you had the chance to meet Ben Harradine, Coach?
I've never met him, but I know you've been to many more European meets than I have.
I bring that up because he is one of the nicest, most intelligent dudes in this sport. And again, remember I was kind of asking Matty Denny yesterday, what is it about Australia that they have the deadliest animals and the nicest people? You think that is it the crocodiles eat all the
Like they have a separate sense that weeds out the nasty
they
people.
leave
I
the
like
nice
that.
people alone. I don't, I'm not sure. I'm hoping there's going to be scientific studies soon, but there's got to be some correlation. You can't walk out of your house in Australia without tripping over a crocodile. Yeah, they're just the nicest people. And Ben Harradine agreed.
I like that theory.
Manuel on, a 21-year-old German who is throwing for the University of Cincinnati. Will be here today. He grew up in Halle, Germany, where they have the huge throwing festival every spring. He's going to go back after the NCAA season to compete in Germany again, try to make a national team. I would imagine the under-23 team because he's only 21. He threw 57.82 here on Thursday. That is his season time. Keeney Bowen of Jamaica is here. His PB is 59.93. Oh no, I'm sorry. He threw a PB here on Thursday. 60.41. 22 years old. He was a former junior college All-American at Iowa Western. Now he's a Virginia Tech Hokie.
Yeah, it's his first year at Virginia Tech.
This gentleman, Dan Simmons, is not here. Just found out. James Tomlinson is here. He's 26 years old from Great Britain. He threw 61.15 a PB on Thursday. 2017, he got the silver medal at the Youth Commonwealth Games. He's had a lot of ups and downs. We just had a nice chat up there. He lost his mom in 2021, so he hasn't had a lot of consistent training in the last 5 years. But his life is stable now. He went back with his original coach, who's now 8 years old, older than me. They just have a really nice, stable coach-athlete relationship, and he was just what James needed in his life. So James is throwing well. He's happy. And we'll see a nice toss out of him today. I think that's the field. I think I got it.
I know that there have been some changes, obviously, as the schedule has changed this weekend.
Yes, so if I screwed up, I apologize. And
No.
we'll rectify that.
We will try to make sure that that is the start list because there have been changes throughout the day.
I feel like we're kind of on bonus time here because I was thinking for several days that today would be washed out, completely. And instead, we're going to see a really, really good competition.
The wind is just amazing out there, and I think these guys are really excited to try to take advantage of it.
It's hard to keep track of the wind from hour to hour, but I feel like this might be the best of the weekend so far.
Let's go. Maybe there's some people who want to hop back in.
Oh, yeah, I bet there are. I hate to say it. And again, it's just, it's everybody knows this. Everybody in the sport knows this because you deal with weather wherever you're at, unless you live in Santa Monica. Then the occasional earthquake, I guess, will mess things up. But you just can't predict. And like Joe said, Caleb and Don did everything they could to continually adjust the schedule to give everybody who's here their best shot at throwing well. And so it's nice. It's really nice of Mother Nature to smile on us here and give us some great wind and some beautiful weather. Hey, don't forget the main sponsor here is Rose Pro. Scott Capos. Get your throwing equipment from him.
Rose Pro carries Gill, Polonic, Nordic, Fibersport, UCS, Spearworks, Nemeth, Wallshot, Dominator, Nishi, Portacircle, and Thrower X. If you need shots, discs, hammers, javelins, and much, much more, go to Throws Pro. the throwing equipment you need to throw far. Go
If
to
you can't
throwspro.com.
find something you like from that selection, you're a little persnickety.
Throwspro, take care of you.
Coach, while we have a minute here, could you talk about Thrower X, which is, in a sense, it's associated with Throws Pro in that you and Scott are a common denominator in both of those. But Throws X is not an equipment company. It's a throws training and instruction and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so Thrower X, myself, Ryan Whiting, two-time world champion Ryan Whiting, and Scott Kapos started Thrower X as online instruction for throwers and coaches, basically who want to get better, looking for resources to help them with their training. And so if you need anything, you're a thrower or a coach, you go to Thrower X. Hundreds of online resources, video courses, and more. Go check out Thrower X.
And who are the people that are doing video coaching through Throwers X right now, Coach?
Well, so mostly the information on there is from Scott, Ryan Whiting, and myself, but you can also get video analysis from Maggie Ewan. And there's X on X. We've got a number of pro athletes who've broken down their throwing technique, and we have their video analysis on there. Tom Walsh, Danny Stevens, Jay did a video analysis for us. Jordan Geist, Maddie Denny, and many, many more. So
that's pretty nice storehouse of throws information.
You don't have enough time to watch all the video that's on there, but you can curate what you need to get to.
Just try me, Coach.
And
hold my beer.
Hopefully there's things on there.
Will Daiba opened up with a foul. Now, Diego Bolanos, do you think he's embarrassed about his height? Is that why he told me he's 6'7", when clearly he's about 6'13"?
I walked past him the other day, and he is tall. I don't know why. If he doesn't want to use all of his inches, he could lend me some.
How about it? He's got an embarrassment of inches in terms of his height. He represents the Throws Academy Tigers. I didn't get a number. Did you get a number on that?
I don't, but I am trying to.
Okay, we will. We'll have Diego's mark in a second. Here's Andrew White, the United States of America.
Diego's 50, 58. So he will be looking for more.
Andrew White's PB, again, 60-29 recently here in Ramona. So he wants to get into the 60s again.
Wills was a foul. Andrew White, 61-57.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
new PB for Andrew. Nicely
step.
done.
Absolutely.
Nicely done. This is Joseph, our friend from Cyprus.
It's a good start for him.
See if I can find Yosef's PB again. Oh, his PB 59.86. Let's see if he can jump past
I think
that.
that's going to be better than that. We're waiting on a measurement.
Let's see. That did look like a nice throw.
That was a great throw.
Oh, hey, 58.40. He's close.
Right.
He's close.
I have to remember that. So this is the, people call it the Mikolos Alekna ring, but this is where both of Mikolos Alekna's world records were set. We threw out of the ring, most of the competitions this weekend were out of the ring just to the right of this ring. And so this is the first competition of the weekend that we're throwing out of this ring. And we're just trying to take advantage of as much wind as possible. So the wind direction has shifted just a little bit today on Sunday. So as I look at kind of the angles that we were used to on camera yesterday, trying to recalibrate as I kind of guesstimate distances as we are seeing the numbers just a little bit before you see the numbers. But
it's John Vedderly. It looked like a sector foul, I want to say.
Yeah, we'll get better at getting you guys the numbers as we go.
So Ben Harradine, if you're listening, hang in there. He's got 5 more, and the conditions are beautiful. He's going to get off a good one. The laser measurement system is not quite as efficient as it has been today, and I would imagine that the wind might have something to do with
It's
that.
possible.
So again, 2 flights today. This flight, and then shortly thereafter, one final flight of men's disc, featuring some pretty fine throwers. This flight lately from the University of Wisconsin.
Yes.
Manuel Souza, my guy.
I'm excited to see both of these flights of throwers throw, but I think we are going to see some fireworks in Group C today.
Here's Emmanuel, 21 years old from Halle, Germany. He's a good-looking athlete.
Coached by Susan Seaton.
He's a fixed feet thrower.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So his coach, Susan Seaton, head coach at Cincinnati, also the throws coach there. She's from Germany, so she's
working that German connection.
She is Susan.
Manuel, really nice looking athlete. He's the one who spoke up and said, I'm 6'7", and so I know the other guy. I know Diego is taller than me. So yeah, 21 years old, he's 6'7". I wonder if he's going to be next in line. The German discus world is back, huh?
Possibly.
Holy cow.
Susan's well versed in fixed feet versus not fixed feet. She'll take care of him. Susan told me they got to head to the airport at 4:15, so you won't see him being slow in the circle, I'll tell you that.
Oh, my gosh. No, they're going to hit the ground running. That's Yekini Bowen, 22-year-old from Jamaica. He went 60-41 on Thursday. We saw with Emmanuel the good news, bad news thing about the wind, where if you tip it up a little bit,
yep,
you're in some trouble.
Let's go and get some advice from his coach.
If you fly it right, you're in good shape.
Cleopatra Burrell, 4-time Olympian, I believe. Olympic finalist in the shot put. Commonwealth Games medalist.
58. What was that? 58 high for Yekini?
Coach. 58-56.
Okay.
So Andrew White's still on top of the leaderboard, 61-57. As we work through this.
James Tomlinson threw that one nicely. Oh, did he foul? Oh,
so.
no. That is not a good feeling, Coach, when you see that disc fly out there beautifully.
Well, he's going to have to wait till the next round to get his mark.
He has a tattoo of his dog on his calf, Coach.
Do we know the name of the dog?
Believe it or not, I whiffed on that. But I guess because I was just so impressed. I didn't know what to say. I was speechless.
So we've got 3 throwers here that have fouls, and just a reminder that they need a legal throw to get all 6 throws. So
we're back up to Will here. Will from Vienna. I've not been to Vienna. I've been to Austria, and I can tell you it is fantastic. The chocolate, sensational. The scenery, sensational. I've not been to Vienna, which I hear is an amazing city.
You could see him give us the report that we already had seen, that this really came out of his hand wobbling. That is not what you want in this wind. You don't want that in not wind, but you definitely do not want that in this wind.
60-17.
Puts him in second and gives him a mark, so we're going to see some more throws today, which is good.
Here is the tallest guy in the competition, I can tell you that. Diego Bolanos. His PB again, 53-35 from Thursday, so he's looking to put a few centimeters on that. Coach Frontier and I were speaking with Ozio Munoz the other day, about the development of throwing in Mexico. Uziel's really, really optimistic. And sometimes, you know, I would imagine in a country where something like throwing is not
Well
on the national
established.
radar, not well established, something like getting a medal at the Worlds, as Uziel did, can maybe, you know, bring it to life. And he thinks that's kind of happening. They had a nice group of guys here.
They did, and not only I think is he hopeful that it's going to happen. It seems like he is putting some energy into turning around and trying to develop some kids by offering some development opportunities to youth, and you know, certainly his story is going to be inspiring. But then you got to do something about it, and he's already, you know, putting some energy where it might make a difference, and that's super exciting.
And bringing a group of young throwers here, I think, is a big step, right? To expose them to some of the best guys in the world. Situation where you have to be flexible with the weather and all that stuff. It's a really good experience for them. Andrew could not improve on his 61-meter PB from round one.
Dan and I kind of equated it, and it's not the same, but you know, it's got a huge population, not as big as India, but he talked about how the javelin kind of had an almost immediate explosion in India after Chopra won his gold medal in the Olympics, and you know, World Championships is a little bit different, and silver medal's a little bit different, but Uziel certainly had a lot of fanfare around his medal win, and the response was really cool to see that. $60.24.
That's a PB.
Fantastic.
That's
what these guys came for. So over 60 meters, 197.7. Well done.
John Vetterli stepping in now. He fouled his opener, but his PB is 59.69 from Thursday. There you go. Okay, a little wobbly, but see.
We've seen a couple of those wobbly discs. You know, if you start a little bit of a wobble, the wind is really blowing out there. Start a little bit of a wobble and wind like this, and it's going to help you if you hit it right, and it's going to
unforgiving.
Yeah, it'll exacerbate whatever you present it.
56-28 for Jean Vetterli. Back to Emmanuel. Oh, that's a nice steady finish. He looked a little more solid on that, right?
Yeah.
Nice, solid, fixed feet release. It looks like he tipped it up as well, perhaps.
51.35 in round one. He'll be looking to improve on that. I'm not sure how much better that was distance-wise.
McKinney is up. James on deck. Debo on hold. Starts third tip.
57.29. It's quite a bit better.
Yeah, not so bad. His all-time best is 58.09, so he's close. Keeney Bowen, his PB 60.41 from Thursday.
I don't think that made it back in the sector. Wow.
James is up. Debo is on deck. Diego on hold.
Just to the bottom of the order. James Tomlinson really liked his throw on that last throw, and it wasn't foul. So let's see if he can put that throw together again, but stay in the ring. Great flight. And deep, deep.
Debo is up.
Waiting for that number to come up. He likes it.
He's happy.
Great. It's really comfortable movement across the ring.
Debo, you're up. Diego on deck.
60.93 for James Tomlinson. Moves him into second right now. 199.11. So moving into round 3.
Will Dybo. Will enjoys reading autobiographies, traveling, and hanging out with friends and family. The fact that he enjoys reading and is willing to admit it endears him to me, our English teacher. So good job, Will. Setting a nice example for the youth.
That's a foul. That's a foul.
That sounded like his dating app profile.
It did, didn't it? And I was just talking to Coach Frontier about college websites, where I've been hunting a lot of college websites to get information about these throwers, and they're pretty vanilla.
Scant on information.
Yeah, I want to hear the important stuff, like do they have a dog? Have they read The Great Gatsby? The important stuff, which they rarely include on those sites.
What was their favorite form of torturing their siblings?
Yes, exactly. The important stuff.
There you go.
Soup.
He's got some long levers, Coach.
Yes, he does.
Sometimes it takes a while to get all those long levers going in the direction you want them to go in. But he looks like he's got a good start on it. He's got a good sound technique.
He does.
Round 0.
years old.
39.
Keeps at it.
Mr. White is
Got
up.
those long limbs to do what
Pop on deck.
he's asking
Yellow
him to do.
ready on hold.
39.
Come on. Go, come on. All right.
Continues to lead at 61-57. Round 1. Who did Andrew go to?
Andrew
White?
competed for Wake Forest
Yeah.
and then transferred to Kansas State. So he finished at Kansas State.
On deck, Emmanuel on hold. Final attempts, gentlemen. Final attempts.
Searching for in my head. 62.05. That is an improvement.
Nicely done. And that's a PB.
I was going to say PB for Andrew White. Congrats.
Well done, young man.
2037.
Joseph now, our friend from Cyprus. He likes it. He likes it. Let's see. Joseph again, he came in with a 59.86 PB. Joseph was 17th in the NCAA in 25, representing the University of Maryland, Baltimore County.
6-4, 1-4.
The Retrievers.
John is up.
Coach.
He just went 64-14.
Whoa! Oh, that's huge. 64-14. Holy cow.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
blowing kisses. Nice job, Joseph.
So he's a little short still of the European Championship standard, which is
Nice.
65 mid.
50, yeah.
That's got to move him up, though. Let's see. How old is he?
he's got
He is 22
22.
or 23, so he can. Well, wait. I got
23.
22. But, yeah, if he's 22, I guess he could qualify for an under 23 team maybe with that. If not, he's just got to add a couple more meters. It's a simple sport, huh?
Walks out the front on that one, so that's going to be a foul. 64-14. That is a huge PB.
James on hold.
He's going to have 3 more throws, so if he can kind of find a way to feel those positions again, maybe he can crack a little bit more out there.
This is the kind of day, Coach. This is one of those Ramona days.
You know, as we talk to some of the more experienced pros, you know, in flight A and B, and the women throwers, you know, sometimes it takes a couple of throws just to dial in not only positions, but kind of like how to strike the discus. And then you got to hit all your positions besides how to strike it and not get ahead of yourself and be patient. And so these younger kids, I think it's even more important to remember all of that. So he just found one, and so can he do that for 3 more throws and maybe catch some more wind?
Looks like Emmanuel got a good one, too.
57.94.
57.94. He's creeping up on his PB of 58.09. And I feel like each throw he's been more balanced at the finish.
Yeah.
And that's the point of that whole fixed feet finish, right? Use the ground, stay tall, stay balanced, and he's got that going now.
Kenny? I feel like these guys are starting to get more comfortable now in round 3 here. We're seeing their best throws starting to pop off.
You're going to think I'm making this up, Coach, but Kenny went to Iowa Western, and I think they are also the Retrievers.
It's a dog theme, and I know you like dogs.
I do. I love dogs, and my favorite is a golden retriever, who, by the way, is on the mend. He got bit by like maybe a raccoon or something last night. So shout out to Kane, my favorite golden retriever.
You weren't there to protect him.
I wasn't there to protect him, as my wife pointed out.
57.41 is not an improvement.
Here's James.
Fifth.
James has been throwing well.
Drop!
Here we go.
James is at 60.93. So they are going to reorder these throwers here, and they will all get 3 more throws.
So James is dating Adele Nicole, who threw in the women's shot this weekend, and who has been an Olympian in the 2-women bob and mono bob, including the recent 26 Olympic Games. 58.63 for James. He's going to want more for sure. Which one is your favorite? Is it the 2-woman bob, the mono bob?
I like saying mono bob just because it's fun to say.
Yeah, yeah. There's one I saw it on television this winter where they're kind of on top of each other, shooting down the ice on a. Who invented that one? I wonder.
I don't know, but it all seems dangerous.
I think a couple of 8th graders must have invented that sport. Whatever. I don't know if that is the 2-person bob, maybe, because there are 2 people.
On a dangerous back corner of a playground with a hill. That's where it is.
Exactly. Hey, I know it'd be a good idea.
So grab that piece of wood that we found back by the dumpster.
Yep, and I'll sit on you.
Let's try this.
And we'll just shoot down there, try to avoid that road.
So as we go into round 4 here, Joseph Papa 64.14, that big PR. Andrew White 62.05. James Tomlinson 60.93. Will Ebo 60.17. Kenny Bowen 58.56. Emmanuel 57.94. Jan 56.28. Diego at 51.12. Diego's going to lead us off here in round 4.
Come on, Diego. Just needs to get it all lined up, Coach.
Did you see the bounce on that thing? Holy cow.
I saw
the official's life just passed before his eyes.
Also got a nice mud
over
bath.
his forehead, yeah. Do you dodge the mud splatter or do you dodge the discus? The answer is always dodge the discus. Wash your clothes, but it's hard to wash off a discus out of your...
You ever have a kid with Diego's frame come walking into your high school?
If I would, someone had to pick my jaw up.
You'd get to know him right away, huh?
Hi there, my name is Coach Frontier. You'll be walking with me over here to sign up for track.
51.82. It's a consistent series for Diego, but I know he wants to add a couple 3 meters on that.
No, that is his best throw by 7 meters.
Wait, that was 51.
Yeah, he just threw 58. Oh, that was a typo. That was a typo. 51.82. You're right. It went in as 58 for a hot second there. So.
Well, and it can happen, right? In Ramona,
this
it can
one,
happen.
I was gonna say that didn't look 58 meters good, but it went in as 58 just for a brief moment. Here's Jan.
The reason I'm in such a good mood today, Coach, is because Jan's coach, Ben Harradine, sent me a voice message, and in that he sang a couple bars of one of the tunes from Oklahoma, the musical Oklahoma.
He was excited about the winds blowing.
Yeah, he got me very, very inspired. Oh, another foul. Come on, Jean Vetterli.
I don't know if the audience can handle you singing anymore. You already sang Happy Birthday, so
I could not match Ben's awesomeness and sense of pitch and timing and all that. I can't. He's a multi-talented guy. I have one talent. My main talent is eating leftovers, actually.
get you on America's Got Talent.
I'm world class. All right, I am digging Emmanuel's finish. I'm an old fixed feet discus guy, coach. I used to have my high school guys, and we still do it a lot in practice, but I used to have my guys compete in that with that style often. So it's nice. He's making me feel good too. Not as good as it did when Ben sang to me on a voice message.
Channeling your innermost Lars Riedel.
All right. That looks like a PB fist bump, coach.
60 meters 07.
Holy cow. That's as far as I knew, his first competition ever over 60 meters.
That's fantastic.
That's a good feeling.
Congratulations, Emmanuel. Every single throw of his has gotten better today. 4 consecutive throws of improvement. Here's Yekini.
No more.
Out of bounds on that one.
Will is up. James on deck. Andrew on hold.
He has not PB'd since 2024 when he went 59. Oh, I'm sorry. Before PBing on Thursday.
There
So
you go.
60-41 is his current PB. Prior to that, he hadn't hit one since 24 in Wichita.
I'm just thinking about yesterday, and one of the more exciting performances of the day on the men's side, I thought, was Lawrence Okoye.
Oh, yeah. My goodness.
You had a great chat. He's such a humble man. He just said, you try to give him credit for how beautiful his technique was, and he said, I'm doing my best with my technique, and the wind helped me today. He's so thoughtful with his words.
He was very, very humble, and he, luckily for the world, because if he was not a gentle, humble guy, holy guacamole, he is an impressive-looking man.
We are surrounded by incredible athletes who, their stature is both the men and women, the shot putters, discus throwers, hammers, and javelin throwers. But in particular, some of these discus throwers this weekend, the height and the length is impressive, but Lawrence stands out.
Yeah, right. Amongst some incredible specimens, he is the most incredible of the specimens. James might have got one there, Coach. Flew it beautifully.
Unfortunately, he really, really looked so good on his first throw of the day, and it's like the one that got away. So maybe he just caught the one he was looking for in round 1. 60-93 in round 2.
Nice. Did he match it there?
60-70.
Oh, he's agonizingly close to a new PB, right? 61-15 Thursday. Andrew White.
$62.05 Andrew in his round 3 throw. He's looking to build on that. B.
Sip is up. Diego on deck. Start the 5th attempt.
There we go. 62-58. Another
Nice
PB.
throw.
Outstanding. Nice.
Look at that flag in the background right there. That gives you a sense of what these guys.
That is a Ramona Discus day. Let's go, Joseph. He smashed one in the last round.
Oh, that's going to be a foul.
Foul. He'll be heading back to Cyprus to train there.
Diego's up.
Imagine pretty scenic place, Cyprus.
Yeah.
I have not been.
I have not been either.
That region seems to produce some pretty good hammer throws. So Joseph's trying to establish a discus tradition. We were hosting
round 5.
We were hosting a middle school meet a few years ago, Coach, and I looked over, and I was at the disc. I looked over to the shot, and I saw a kid about the size of Diego here, an 8th grader. And these were teams of kids who were coming to my high school the next year. So as you can imagine, I basically sprinted the discus over the shot to introduce myself.
Do you immediately check his address and see if he was in your high school's geographic?
I could tell by the middle school jersey he was wearing that he'd be coming to my school, but he was on the brink of retiring from athletics. He did, I think, band was was his chosen activity in high school, which is a great activity, but very disappointing to walk by that guy in the hallway for 4 years.
Kids have to follow their passions.
But why? When we know better. Can't they just listen to reason? All right, John Vetterly, let's go, brother. Studying to be a doctor. We know he's smart. Is he ready to flatten one out here? Get a PB. Okay. Too tippy.
Another highlight from yesterday, obviously, is Valerie Allman went over 73 meters for the second time in her career.
Yeah.
73.10, I believe.
That's after looking pretty goofed up on Thursday.
I talked to Valerie after her day yesterday, and I think she had come into the meet and she said that she just maybe wanted too much, especially after a year where or a preseason coming into this meet where the training just wasn't as consistent as it was coming into this meet last year. And so not from a consistency standpoint as the throwing wasn't good, but just other things in life, weddings and other things, important milestones.
Yeah, that's fairly important.
And, I think she really wanted something big, but the something big didn't match the ability to focus, the preparation to match what she wanted.
Yeah.
And then you want too much, and maybe you try to get after it a certain way. And I'm paraphrasing here, but I think after that, a lot of mental reps and just settled back in. And right away, we were out there watching the warm-up, and we noticed that Valerie was looking very much like Valerie.
She had righted the ship.
And right off the bat, 71 meters in round one, and we're like, oh, yeah, that's Valerie Allman, two-time gold medalist and, kind of the reigning best women's discus thrower that we have seen in the last going on 5 years, pretty much.
Will the real Valerie Allman please stand up? And she did.
And it was very impressive. Jorin van Klinken setting a new PR and a new Dutch national record, 70.99. Surprised herself.
And I hope you guys can find that on social media, because the look on her face when she throws that, she looks like she's just absolutely disgusted with that throw.
Yeah. And
it's 70 meters.
Alita Van Dalen, today, a birthday girl, a birthday sister. Alita Van Dalen going over 69 meters yesterday. And a fantastic video that she posted today. I encourage, and Alita's might kill me, but I think I'm in safe distance because I think she might be on her way back to Florida now, so she can't kill me. But if you watch that video, when she comes out of the circle, my suggestion is to pause the video after she sees her mark and she jumps probably 4 or 5 feet off the ground. If you pause it at the right moment, you will see a 6'3" Alita Van Dalen turn herself into a starfish. It's a fantastic moment.
Neither of those ladies would make it on the World Poker Tour. 63.50.
Fantastic.
For Will Dybo. Outstanding. He came in with 62.85 as a season's best here at Ramona, so nicely done. Okay, he got that one. Can he keep it? Can he keep it?
He's yelling after it.
James has looked the whole competition like he was going to smash a PB.
I like that.
He might have got it there. Might have got it there.
Also, in the women's, as we just give out some highlights, I wanted to give big kudos to Veronica Fraley and Sierra, both over 67 meters. Congratulations to Sierra. To Veronica.
63.18, another personal best for James Tomlinson. Nicely done.
Oh.
And that, did he qualify for the he needs 63.51 for a Commonwealth Games A qualifier. So you got one more throw to try to bring that to fruition.
So set. Papa is up.
158 meters even. He's got to be pretty happy with his day so far, though. And again, one more whack at it. Here's Joseph. Throw of the day so far.
64-14.
Beef that one.
And that, I think, is where you run into that. You're trying to do too much. All of a sudden, you're yanking through that middle part where you want to be long and patient. This gets ahead of you.
Coach. It's tricky. He knows if he gets 65-50, he's European Championships qualified. That would be a huge step in his career. Trying to squeeze out that extra meter.
All right, so here we go. Round 6, my friends. Final throws for this Group D.
Diego does not look happy with that. He'd like to at least get into the mid-50s on Coach.
Yeah, so 51.82 is where he is going to finish his day, I think.
28-85.
Have you ever found with the tall high school kids that the blood rarely flows all the way to the brain? I'm not implicating Diego in this because I don't know him well enough, but in my experience of the guys I coach, the tall ones, the blood just doesn't make it.
I don't know if it's the blood. It just takes longer for the nervous system to communicate with the rest of the body.
That's a kind interpretation of it. That's a very kind interpretation.
Jan is at 56.28, looking to improve his last throw.
Come on, Jan. Let's go. Let's get in the 60s here. Let's go.
26 years old. Don't think
Nope.
it's gonna.
Not going to happen today. I think Jean's sticking around, though, because Coach Harradine is on his way over.
So he's going to have training camp a little bit.
Yeah, he'll be around later this week. So hopefully they'll stick around and smash that 60-meter barrier and go back to Europe and eat some incredible Swiss chocolate.
Final attempts, gentlemen. Final
For those of you who, maybe this is your first introduction to the World Invitational and Throwtown Ramona, if you see up in the right-hand corner the Oklahoma Throws Series, Don Milliken and Caleb Seal put on a series of meets here, basically all spring long. Obviously, none of them are as big as the World Invitational, where the world's best descend upon.
Manuel just
Throwtown.
busted out a reverse there. Sorry to
I
interrupt,
saw
Coach.
that. I don't know if that was. He's laughing about it. I don't know if that was the plan or if
He
it just kind of
busted out a
happened.
reverse.
Yeah.
I guess he checked off the 60-meter barrier from his
Yeah.
bucket list. Now his next
Let's Susan.
thing was to
Let's see what
reverse.
Susan's response is. Did you plan that?
She's like,
I
don't ever do that again.
You're right.
Do not.
You're not ready for that.
No, he was okay there. He's a good athlete.
Yeah. You're gonna see this mark come up, and then you're gonna see them run out of here because they got to make an airplane back.
He's on track, Coach. He's only a freshman,
Yeah, he's young.
so
He's gonna be just fine.
they're building a nice space with him. Not so good for you, Keeney. It looked like a misfire there.
So as I was saying, the Oklahoma Throws Series, you can go to Throwtown Ramona and the Oklahoma Throws Series and sign up for a series of meets if you want to come visit. And there are a lot of pros, and like you were saying, Jan coming down for a training camp, and they might stay across 2 weekends and train during the middle of the week and compete again next weekend, where the meet will be much smaller and not over a 4-day week with, the world's best throwers, perhaps in large groups.
Right.
But you never know who you might rub elbows with if you come down and throw in a meet. You might have some high school kids here, and you might have some world-class throwers next to you too.
Will finishes with 63.50. He's got to be happy with that, Coach.
No doubt.
That's well done.
Let's go. Go.
What was his PB coming in? 62.85.
He got
63.50. Not too shabby. 2:08.4.
I got to figure the Sound of Music is his favorite musical.
We'll ask.
Oh, fuck.
Heck of a day for James.
Come
Heck of a day.
63-18. I'm wondering if he's thinking about that first throw that looked so good in round 1, but it was a foul. But 63-18, nothing to be sad about. Yeah, he's smiling. So
I wonder if he's going to stick around because, you know, again, he's got to go 63-51 for the Commonwealth Games A qualifier. 65-50 gets him in the Europeans. That's got to be tempting. Andrew White, a nice day as well.
yeah, no doubt.
I'm excited, Coach, about the next flight.
Wind is doing its thing here in Ramona, Oklahoma. 62-58 is what I think he is going to finish his day at. 62-05 in round 6.
It's a nice PB for him. 62-58. Came in with 60-29. That's a heck of a day, Coach. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4 times over his old PB. Well
No
done.
doubt. And the consistency over 62. You know, I often talk about, you know, when windy days, if you catch one just right, you could have this big, you know, big bomb. And but if you can hit a consistency of throws that, you know, that supports that big number, right? That is the dream.
My dream right now is that Yosef goes 65 plus and gets himself into the European Championships.
Hey, shift. Let's go. Come on.
Let's see. Got one more.
Takes him out of the ring.
So he's going to finish a little bow. 64-14.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see him around Ramona a little bit longer as
Yeah,
well.
he's happy.
When you're that close to one of those standards, it's got to be tempting to just say, all right, I'm going to stick around. I'm going to keep
I've
eating
canceled all my
barbecue."
flights.
Yes, I've canceled my flights. I will live in Caleb's shed.
How much can I get for this watch? I need a hotel room for
It has to be tempting.
5 more days.
Yes.
By any means necessary. So that's going to conclude this D group, and we will be back for C.
Oh, nice. I did. But I feel like I was still backing off ever so slightly. Like you got much better, like snapping it. I'm still a little bit above my confidence. You can see when you want to get it going up again. You just hit like flat. I was forcing my foot. I was powerful. Good. This win? Oh yeah. Yeah, I love the ballet going on there. They're working on my ballet. And I'm not Schwarzenegger, like, yeah, yeah. Oh, come on. Like, you think I don't know where Russian ballet dance? It would draw crowds. Yeah, it would. Yeah, that's the person, yeah. How do I get my score?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. What's the finish on? The camera pick that up? Video it. Oh, video.
No.
That's me, yep. Yep. Sir. Absolutely. I think there's a manual one. Flight C, check in! Flight C, check in! Flight C! Yes, sir! Andrew! Right? Chad, right? So, can you get some of these flyboards? Are they all gone? I'm gonna have to. That's okay. I will get this all right. You can grab. One of them flyboards go up to the. Appreciate the help. You're a man of point and a half. How do I give them these jumps? I just gotta stay over here. No, give it real good. Where are these?
Guys over there killing it. Talking about
Manuel, Sosa! Marius Targas! Marius Targas! Canada!
The one back here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here.
There you go, have a seat there. I could not believe him. How he dodged that.
Yeah.
It hit, it took a 90-degree
Right here, check real good. Got you. Where's our
there's no way I would have reacted that way. But he dodged
No,
it.
me and Jake, we're especially nice.
But all these guys working in that crew, they were all damn good at it.
I never think you can
So none of this make a difference, but this is that year, I was part of the year that he sent the white ones out by accident.
Yeah, I got a scar.
So basically, a useless shirt anyway.
Where the heck out?
Yeah, I did. In Michigan, we had never heard of USATL stuff, like accreditation, because Michigan has its own high school accreditation. And most of the colleges there do much where they just use Michigan officials, Michigan high school officials. And so, after 40 years of officiating there, or 35, then I come to South Carolina and I'm like, what is this? That's when I joined and started doing
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was going to join Turks with Kenya and we'll do this next year again. Yeah. January the 1st, 2008.
I just love the Michigan thing though, because of the liability insurance that they have. It's really good, and it goes with you anywhere in the world that you go. Yeah, you never know.
Mine is on the counter at the hotel room because I was like, oh, it's good. It's not like it's random.
Oh,
But I did wear these. Big time familiar
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that. That we're all doing one black box.
We rarely put it on in Michigan because it's just not as direct sunlight.
Nice.
You know, I'm up at 45, almost 44 degrees latitude. And we're at 32 right here.
Dermatologist with that makes a difference.
You know, I hear you.
She's a stickler, and I don't listen to her.
Yep.
Well, tell. I've had a lot burned off. But I ain't in Texas. I've been there for 30 something years. Football, cross country track. No, yeah, I'm outside. Are you outside a lot? I see you.
That's when you go to Tucson and you got all the old people officiating. When we sit down together, they all talk about the recent skin cancer. That's the number one thing they talk
That's
about.
when you know you're in a different group of people.
Yeah, because that doesn't happen in Michigan. I was kind of went through a little culture shock when the first time I was there officiating. Like, what the heck?
Yeah?
Yeah, once in a while because it's dry.
Missing all the fun today.
They're right. They're right. About 5 o'clock, they have to fall over.
Yeah. I wasn't sweating.
Yeah, you probably are.
Yeah.
But it never shows up.
But never showed up.
It evaporates before it shows up. Jamaican is this.
On the way?
Jamaican is that?
So,
I don't know. Which one? There's 4 of them.
Jamaican flag on the sweatpants.
Yeah, there's 4 really good Jamaican discus though. So I'm trying to figure out which one that is.
Yes, the other day. I don't know why he's throwing today. Unless he threw a shot. That I don't know.
No, he didn't throw yesterday.
Then we won't have enough points.
There's 2 Jamaicans. The Olympic champion threw yesterday. This is another one. On Thursday.
They didn't like 50 yards our big dogs. I don't. No. Maybe oxycodone. I got ibuprofen. I brought my bottle in my bag. I just had 6. No, you're throat. Well, ibuprofen. It's like some kind of pain medication. I just eat it for my groin. Small muscle, you know? Yep.
I guarantee that was far. Don't you think so?
Where's your disc?
They're coming. I just told Caleb. He's just about to bring them. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Long as it's a big one.
It's gonna be great for everybody. Don't worry, I'm throwing it lefty company. If Caleb allows me to. No, I'm throwing right-handed. lefty winner. Reggie was fighting with lightning. So I respect it. Yeah, I think
Is there any way I can help? No. I think I know where it's at. Okay. I'll go get some lunch. Thank you.
Officially open, gentlemen. Circle is officially open. 20 minutes warm up, gentlemen. 20 minutes.
yes.
So, hey, my hands are still sore.
I was just like, I don't think this is me.
Yes.
I think there's some underneath that towel actually down in that bag underneath your disc. I think there's some in there. It's not mine, but I just put it under there so it didn't blow away.
That's the chalk I was using, but it was already wet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hello, 28.
Want the back check?
This way, and then right here.
Or it won't blow away.
It doesn't do that.
There you go. Hey, keep that idea, James. We're gonna do that next year. Yes. Yeah. Every day. You're gonna be kick it down. It's blown away, yeah.
You got to go about 20 minutes.
Okay.
It was so close, guys. Still out there. He might be still out there. That's one he hit far, right?
That was pretty.
That's a lot better. Was it less high point through the middle? Is that how it killed it down?
Yes.
That's what I think it'll be, but yeah, like that'll actually work. I mean,
Did you see the kid dodging that one? You made him dance.
I don't think he was ready for that lefty kick.
Yeah. It hit a hammer hole.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it did. Working alone today?
Yeah, the rest of it's all already. I think, I mean, they got the 8 flights of elite flights and one that avoid similar weather, which didn't end up being all that bad, but so they're driving back, so they took off.
Where are you from? Where are they from?
They're from the west. 12-hour drive.
I heard something about a storm up there.
Oh, it's a whole system of clear stuff. I think by the time we get to tomorrow, it should just be like, it should still be coming down.
for Schnitzel on Michigan. Listen to it. It's not on her.
Same system. But I think all of the left is a little bit of close things. Or a nice white shirt with all that lead.
Yeah, it's my least favorite.
I can't get in.
Wore light colored pants yesterday. I said I think it's gonna be better yesterday than it was the day before. Black phone.
Yeah.
Is that your phone?
I have one set of clothes I wore that I saved for tomorrow for the airplane, so I wouldn't have to look like too much crap all the way home. Save my Alex Rose Olympic sweatshirt. Put that way home. Those blue ones that you always see Kate wearing in videos. Samoa.
Yeah.
They just March they flew him back for something called wasn't the Oceania Games, but it was something like that. Because it included all the islands in New Zealand, but not Australia. And it kind of looked like the movie things about what's Australia. Polynesia.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go in and do the broadcast, so I'm gonna
Road signs. His wife.
Eight minutes, gentlemen. 8 minutes. 8 minutes of warm up.
What's the order?
I'll take a minute.
All right. Thank you, sir.
have a day.
Eight minutes.
And how far that?
Gentlemen, the order will be Mitchell, Chad, Thomas, Marion, Manuel, Joseph, and Yusef.
All right. Alex bell for us? Ring that dinner bell.
I'm a basketball. Except we're doing it experiment. All the boys are gonna do look at competition.
Huh? That'd be great. You have an iPhone? And then I'll find a way to just like your call. Get that up later. Thank you.
You, my son, are what we call outliers. But you were meant to hold this. And it took us about a week, before he finally, I left that disc sitting on the counter all winter, finally. I'm not going out for baseball anymore. I might as well do something.
Might as well, I guess.
Well, his dad works with, like firewood and stuff like that. That's hard work, and I'm pretty sure he was looking at, I don't go out to sport, I got
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. You're right.
That's right, baby. That's what's up.
That's good. I like felt this.
Four.
One's double.
All right, gentlemen, let's quickly ready, crank it up. Okay, y'all get that. Go ahead. I'll give directions now. All right, gentlemen, gather up. Gather up.
Town Ramona for the final competition of the 2026 World Invitational. It has been amazing, and we are about to see some amazing throws. Do not count out this competition, Group C. We have some fantastic throwers, and the wind could not be more perfect. I was just talking to Stephen Richter and Maddie Denny and Melina Robert Machon, and some of them were like, can we go back out there and throw right now? Because the wind is exceptional. We have moved over. If you were watching competition D, Group D, we have moved over to the world record ring, which is just to the left of the ring that we were throwing out of for all the competitions yesterday. And we have a pretty fantastic group of men for this Group C. I am joined by my friend, I'm Joe Frontier, if you haven't been paying attention, from the Throw Big Throw Far podcast and Thrower X, and I am joined by my good friend Dan McQuaid from McThrows.com.
Hello, everybody. I think good stuff coming here. We had a couple of really nice PRs in the previous flight. I want to say the difference is that these guys in this flight are maybe, some of them are maybe gunning for higher stakes. They're going to feel a little more pressure, right? So if you're Emmanuel Souza, you want to get a spot in the European Championships, right? So 65-50 or bust.
Marius Kargas looking for the standard
Marius,
for
same
a European
thing.
championship.
Chad Wright, wants to move up on the list there in Jamaica. Not easily done, even with Roger switching countries. So these are guys that have expectations about throwing in championship meets, and we'll see how that affects them because, like Coach said, the wind is just right.
Now, the challenge for Mitch Weber here, his PB is 65-21. The wind is perfect, but not if you're left-handed. So this is a big challenge for Mitch to get out a big throw. But he is here to throw, and he will not be one to shy away from an opportunity to try to throw. So we'll see what Mitch can put together a foul in the first round.
Chad Wright, the veteran from Jamaica, 35 years old. He was the Jamaican national champ in 13 and 14. He was the NCAA champ in 2012, throwing for Nebraska. I was actually at that meet, Coach. I was 22 years old myself at the time. Actually, I was a little older than that. But, yeah, he's a fine veteran thrower.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
9th in the Olympics in 2021. Majored in math, which is surprising because if you speak to him, he's actually friendly and can carry on a conversation.
Wow. Shots fired at the math community listening to the throws
Sorry,
coverage
everybody.
today.
Sorry. He went 64-74 on Thursday, opens with 63-63.
Dallin Shirts. Dallin's been everywhere this week, making big throws and making content.
Yeah, if you haven't checked him out on YouTube, Dallin's doing a lot of discus instructional videos. He's been collaring the best throwers in town this week, Steven Richter. He's got Christian on the got a point with Christian, but he's getting those guys to kind of go through their technique, posting stuff to YouTube. So check him out. He's doing a great job with that. He looked good in warm-ups, Coach. I'm interested to see what this is. 62-39. So he had some warm-ups that were significantly farther than that he's going to be going after.
Marius had a PB the other night, 64-86, but like you mentioned, the European championship standard is 65-50, true?
Yes, yeah, and he's going to have to get that. The way Discus is going in Germany right now, there's no sneaking onto the national team.
That looks like to be a good start. Oh, foul.
Marius part of a dynamic trio. Mika Sosna, who is greatly missed this weekend, and Steven, I believe, are all the same age, I think.
It's a dynamic young group of German throwers, like the next generation of German throwing.
Holy crap. Here's Emmanuel Souza. The reason that I'm wearing a Portugal jersey right now, trying to bring him some good vibes.
Great young man. I like this kid a lot.
He's a good one. He's very smooth, very chill dude, wouldn't you say, Coach?
So relaxed. Got a big PB of 67-51, which we got to watch last year here.
I wish I could.
He
bottle
wasn't
that
chill when he
smoothness.
PB'd. He
No,
was so
that's
excited.
true.
It was just
That's
this
true.
unbridled, perfect excitement,
He
and
lost the
rightfully
chill.
so.
I wish I could bottle his smoothness and just hand that out to all the throwers I coach. Man, he looks nice moving through that ring.
Long.
It's like the measurements are taking a little while as they did in the first flight. Again, possibly because of the wind mucking things up a little bit.
60-50. You won't be happy with that one, but you got to start somewhere and you got to mark.
And he will stay chill.
Joseph White, in his first year as a pro, by way of Carthage, and then University of Wisconsin. That is going to be a foul.
Joseph PB'd earlier this season, 64-47 at Triton, I believe, is his PB.
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago.
Tell us about Joseph's college experience. He had kind of an unusual route to the pro ranks, huh?
Yeah. Quiet high school career. Went to University Carthage. Had a great career there. NCAA champion Division III. Graduated. Was a graduate transfer to Division I University of Wisconsin, and had 1 year eligibility, and had a great year. Straskus at Wisconsin. So trains remotely with Dave, but trains in Kenosha at Carthage still. And Greg Ramondi is coach there. He's a nurse, certified nurse.
Yes. And right now, I believe a hospice nurse is what he said the other day. And I think I can imagine he's great at it. He's a big, gentle guy, and I bet he's really good at what he does. It's a tall order for a lefty today, Coach.
Yusuf Kutsi. 61.55 is his PB.
Mitchell Weber PB'd here in 25 with 65.21. I would imagine that was not on. That is probably on one of those days where Caleb set it up in lefty wind.
So currently we have 7 throwers and we have 4 fouls. So
Oh my, yeah. It's blowing hard. I guess again, it's that all or nothing thing, right? If you can fly it just right, you might get a big PB. Any flaw in the flight, this gets tipped up in the wrong way, and it's coming down. It's coming to earth.
It's going to exaggerate the flight of the discus, good or bad.
Do you think that a lefty has any chance in a win like this, Coach? Like, is there any adjustment they could make, or I don't know. What do you think?
So this is a little bit of a quartering wind. You'd have to look really closely at this back camera view. So when the camera's behind the circle, when these guys are setting up, if you look real way out into the field there, over the guy, over the official with the red shoulder, you'll see the 3 flags out there. I mean, it is just barely quartering, but really a crosswind. So if you look down into the left behind Dallin's discus, I mean, it is stiff. Those are almost straight out. That is a tough wind for a left-handed thrower to throw into. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what the answer is, but to hit it hard and try to drive it.
Just keep putting up attempts, keep putting up shots, huh?
Yeah, it's a challenge. So Mitchell, 55.99 in set round 2, so he's got a mark now. Chad's was a foul. Chad sits on top at 63. Dallin's second throw, 61.77, is not an improvement. So here comes Marius. He is looking for a mark.
Let's go, Marius.
He had some nice warm-up throws.
Marius won the gold medal at the World Under 20s in 22. He's conjure a little bit of that magic.
That's a better throw.
Come on.
Get out there.
It is so hard to tell, Coach. I went out there. I was out there in that landing field during warm-ups for this flight, and I had no idea how far anything was because it's just this big expanse of soaked turf with no lines, no measuring lines or anything. So no clue.
You know, we saw the group D. It took until round 3 really till these guys kind of started lining things up.
There we go.
66.49.
There we go. 66.49. Marius Kargas. All righty then.
That's why Marius came here. There you go. 66.49. That gives him
huge
the standard and then some. That's a PB by 2 meters.
That's fantastic. We are so happy for him. Marius, we hung out with Marius last year, and he struggled last year when even when Steven threw well and Mika Sozen threw well and Henrik threw well. So it was hard for him, I think, to be the only guy in a group of dudes who didn't have a great day. And this is fantastic, outstanding.
66.49. What I was saying just then was, the Group D, it took, a round, and then about halfway through round 3, we really saw those guys settle in and kind of start figuring out how to handle how much wind was coming. So Marius just took them around.
Fantastic. I am so happy for him, Coach. Now we got to get Emmanuel going. As a teacher and a coach, you're never supposed to have favorites, but you always do.
Gives you an idea of how much wind is going.
Well, that's a good one. Those 2 guys right now are my favorites in this flight,
Yeah.
and I really want to see them succeed. So we got 1 down. And maybe he's going to go further now. Maybe he can have some fun and just Here we go. Let's go, Manuel. Let's go.
That looked like a good
Had a
throw.
little bit of juice on it. Manuel 67.51 here last year got him into the World Championships in Tokyo. He didn't make it out of qualification, but that was a big step for him. He'd love to take care of that European Championships mark right now, right here and right now.
63-15, so he's stepping in the right direction.
Good, good. See my wife sitting under just in the shelter, just under the flag, looking, trying to send happy thoughts.
Now Joseph needs a mark,
To
so let's go,
Emmanuel.
Joseph. Let's line one up.
Ah.
Oh,
He's struggling, and that coach, I hate to say it, but he was struggling in the warm-ups as well.
well, his last two really were nice that I saw.
Oh,
Before
he
I
got
had
off
to
a couple good ones?
Yep.
Okay,
Before I
good.
came back here,
Good.
so his first two were clunky, and then his next two were fantastic. But he has to have a mark in round 3 to get his next
yeah.
3. So
He's got the pressure
I
going.
wish I could run out there and give him not a word of encouragement. He doesn't need that. Just to settle him down.
Seth Kutsi from He's also a Canadian coach. He's a Canadian. Speaks some French, so I don't know if he's from Montreal, that area maybe.
Who's nicer, Australians or Canadians? You've said both.
There'd
this
be
weekend.
that would be an epic battle of niceness right there. Like if the two of them, if a Canadian and Australian walked up to a closed door side by side, who would open the door for
They
the
might
other
just stand outside forever.
one? They'd be frozen. Yes, until an American, a rude American, just barged between the two of them. Get the hell out of my way! What's the matter with you people?
57-06.
Okay, he's not going to love that. 12 from the NCAA and 25, Youssef was. Canadian champ, though, in 25 as well.
Here comes Mitchell. Round 3.
Who's the mythological character that keeps trying to push the boulder up the hill and it keeps rolling back? Sisyphus, I want to say.
Sisyphus.
Yeah, I think Mitchell Weber's doing that same routine today, trying to push the boulder up against this wind.
Lefty in a
Oh,
righty
my
wind.
goodness.
And throw Tom Ramona.
God bless him, though, for having some gumption. He threw 61-46 at the long throws competition, that early long throws meet that USATF put on weeks ago. He's a good-looking athlete. Hopefully he can get some better conditions soon.
Chad Wright has the socks to throw far. 63-63 was his first round mark.
He's a Velocity coach. He told me he really likes those Velocity. What's the name of the fastest?
The
Velocity
Rockets.
shoe? The Rockets. He's a fan of the Rockets. And these throwers do not make those choices lightly. They find a certain style of shoe they like, and they stick with it.
65-04 for
There you
Chad.
go. You go, Chad, right? His old season's best was 64-74. Come on. Let's go.
Everyone likes that one. He's yelling after
I
it.
think that right foul line is the spot today, Coach. This win. I think that is the spot. Downs best 66-58 from Ramona in 24. He's 30 years old. They're keeping us in suspense here with the measurements, Coach.
64-50. 15.
Yeah, so he's close as well. He's close as well.
This woman, I believe, is shooting video for nearly half the field here. She should be getting 10%.
Let's go, Marius. Let's go. Keep it going like Steven did the other day.
There's another good crack at it. Oh, that's big.
I think Marius has found his confidence, man. Found his confidence.
You got great tension on the discus. You know, you put Marius next to Steven. Steven obviously is taller and longer. But what Marius, yeah, he likes that one a lot. What Marius has is he's got speed and he just keeps great tension on the discus. 68-10.
All righty.
Marius
Well done, Marius.
putting together a series.
Fantastic. Fantastic. He is the nicest guy. And again, last year, not such a fun experience for him, so it is great to see him bust out. All right, here we go, Emmanuel. Marius set the tone. Let's go. Let's go.
Yesterday we were talking about someone's got to kind of crack the lid off of it. That looks like a better movement.
Like the flight on that.
Manuel looking to improve on 63.15.
Manuel does that little Matty Denny step in,
Yeah,
and
he's got a
Matty
open
Denny is such a
stance.
nice guy. He's been giving him some tips on that.
Good.
How to make that the most efficient.
For Maddie, Maddie's talked about that with me. 64.33. So that's
Getting there. He's
going.
creeping up. He's creeping up.
All right, Joseph needs a mark.
Let's go, Joseph.
Find a way. Been really locked in his training.
Joseph, I believe, is the school record holder at Wisconsin, right? He's got to keep that, though. He's got to keep
All
that.
right. He's not going to like the mark, but a mark is a mark, and that gives him 3 more as
Yeah.
long as that's a legal throw.
If that's a legal
So
throw,
who cares?
you
It's
gotta
going to come
measure.
up on the board as something awkward, but if it gives him 3 more, and he can find something a little more like his final 2 warm-up throws, then we'll take that mark.
It'll be something for his friends to give him some crap about. Time he went to Ramona and threw 30 meters. Doesn't matter. Just got to get it on the board.
Just something on the board.
Is
Something
he-
on the
is
board.
he, in fact, the Badger, University of Wisconsin Badger record holder?
Yeah. So I believe he is 43.77. Joseph will laugh about that later, as long as he has anything that looks like his warm-up throws. He's just got to knock off his nervous jitters. This is his first season as a pro.
One of the few times a guy will be satisfied with a 43-meter throw.
When it gives you 3 more at
Yep.
Downtown Ramona and
Yep.
in your only competition of the weekend. Joseph was not here for Thursday's competition, so this is his one crack at Throwtown Ramona this weekend. And you certainly don't want to go home with only 3 attempts.
Just do this shit and then let's just let it go.
4:30 for Yosef. He'll have 3 more as well. See if he can find some rhythm. Back to Mitchell now, I want to say.
Well, we are going to reorder here.
Oh,
so
that's right. It's
Joseph is
reordering
going to
time.
be the next thrower once they put this thing into a new order. We've got 7 competitors. and
I'm
so-
glad you were paying attention.
No problem. Let's put this Marius Gargas throw in proper order here. So we've seen last year Mika, Steven
Mhm.
Richter,
Mhm.
and Marius were all out here as a group. Mika
Henrik Johnson.
Oh yeah,
Johnson.
Henrik was out here as
Yep.
well,
And he threw well.
and he threw very well. So this German contingent has really come out here and taken advantage of it. Now
Yes.
Mika injured this year. Henrik chose not to come out.
Right.
But obviously, Steven and Marius this year really taking advantage. Mika and Heinrich, incredible throws last year.
Oh, my gosh. Yes.
So
I think Mika's the reason the Germans have kept calling me, because Mika snuck over here in 24 and busted out
Yeah.
a 68.90. And Rudy gave him a leg up and got him into the Olympics. Got him on the Olympic team.
Yep.
So those guys are all fans of Ramona now. And that's the thing, Coach. They come here and they get these big marks on the board, and that can make a big difference later on. You got to have that. If you want to have a chance to get on the team in Germany, big countries, the United States, you got to have that standard under your belt.
all right, Joseph White.
Come on, Joseph.
Shout out to Cynthia watching at home. That's much more like it.
He's got a great young
Now,
coach.
I don't know that he's going to love the distance of that, but it is far cry from 43.77, and now he can build off of that now that the nervous jitters are out of him.
Now he could build.
This is one of the tricky things, and you and I have talked about this. Throws coaches and throwers have talked about this. It's those fouls that in the front end of a competition that kind of change your game plan.
Right.
Where all of a sudden now, if Joseph starts with this throw, whatever this measurement is, 61.40. If he starts with 61.40, and now you have 5 throws to build in front of you, the whole competition is different.
Absolutely.
Now he's finally kind of found 61.40, but now he's only got 2 throws left to kind
Yep.
of figure out the rest of it.
That's a really good
It's
point.
such a tricky thing.
It's
and so
hard to
that-
come back. It's hard to get out of that hole that you mentally kind of put yourself in with those early fouls.
But this is the learning process that young professionals go through, and you know it pops up. This can happen to high school athletes. This can happen to professional athletes at
Yep.
the Olympic Games.
Yep.
This happens to everybody. But it'll be a learning experience for Joseph, and let's see what he can do with his last two throws. Yusuf trying to build off of 57.06. Just a little off balance, a little wobble in his technique today in the ring. Shucks, he says. How do you say "aw shucks" in French?
Shucks. I think that was it.
We're gonna have Melina critique that later. Dallin
Let's go,
64,
Dallin.
15.
Missed it. Merde. I think merde is some form of all shucks.
Dallin went 65 meters plus on Thursday. PB is 66.58 from a couple years ago.
Bloody hell. No, that's not French. That's not French. Let's go. Emmanuel. Come on, brother.
He's climbing. Every throw has gotten better.
Come on. Come on, brother. Find that ease. Find that relaxo place in your brain.
Come on.
It's interesting, Coach, for some of the, I guess the very top level of throwers like Val maybe or Krauser, Kovacs. Like,
He's yelling at it.
there
Get
you
out
go.
there.
There you go, Chad Wright.
Yeah.
I wonder if they train differently because there's no Worlds, there's no Olympics, and they've had a Worlds or Olympics how many years in a row? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, six years in a row? No,
You know,
25, not 26.
Yeah, we 66.03. That's Chad's best throw. of the
Nice
day.
work, Chad Wright. So 5 years in a
Creeping
row.
close to a PB is 66.54 PB, so he's getting into the range of.
Well done.
Really pleased. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Chad doesn't buy his suit coats off the rack. That is a great question. I know we covered this when we've shared some time about the Big Four podcast, where there used to be this rhythm of Olympic year, World Championship year, kind of down year where there was an off year of global championship, and then back to a World Championship year, back into a World or a Olympic year.
Yep.
And this kind of natural 4-year cycle. Come on, Joseph White.
There's 1 year every 4 where you could maybe train differently, maybe get a little refreshed mentally at
Too
least.
flat.
Come on, Joseph.
Better than its previous type. When you think about COVID year shoving everything back, and that eliminated that off. Yes.
Go.
Best.
Let's go.
So if you're
62.56, so that was
all
better.
right, there you
I don't know
go.
That was his best.
That did
technique of
not
the
look
day,
like a great throw,
no.
but
He's climbing the right direction. 64
Nicely
meters
done.
is his PB. 64.47. Just a couple of weeks ago, he's got one more throw to improve on that. Mitchell Weber is getting my a Valor Award today for throwing
yes.
a lefty in this win. I think these are the strongest wins we've seen all weekend.
I think so too. Yep. He gets the bash your head against the wall award. But again, you got to wonder if maybe does Val take advantage of this and maybe cut back a little on training, or
Well,
at
I
least
think
take
that's
a
just it.
emotional kind of break.
Some of the top end folks who have just been in the thick of it, their bodies take a lot of abuse and injuries, or think about little surgeries that athletes sometimes put off because they're not absolutely necessary, or you work around it, or you work through it. You say, all right, this is the year where I can actually get this surgery taken care of.
Right.
All sorts of possibilities, but you're right back at it. A world 2028.
Save there by Yusuf.
57,
6-0-1-3.
They say we're not athletic.
60.
Emmanuel's on deck. Chad on home.
Oh, nicely.
To the day.
Alan's feeling it. He loved his warm-up throws. He's feeling it.
Dan McQuaid, you're going to be impressed with my replacement.
I don't think so. Can anyone really replace you adequately? Matty Denny,
It's a long way down here.
how you feeling today?
A little tired. A little tired.
You had an eventful few days here.
Yeah, it's been pretty busy. We had a late night, couple of drinks last night, and hanging about with Big Sam and Big Lawrence Okoye,
Outstanding.
the crazy trio, and then the rest of the group, which was good. But tell you what, it's a nice day to throw far today. I think Emmanuel, that foul he just had the round before was quite long. Just unfortunate it was out of the sector.
It was.
Yeah, it was very long.
Yikes,
I reckon it would have
yikes.
been like 68 plus, I think.
Oh my
At
goodness.
least. So they've definitely got some nice conditions today as well, but they all look pretty locked in to throw far, which is
How
good.
about
So
how about old Marius, huh?
he's I was having a chat to him before, and he's happy with them, but I think he knows that there's more there, like just to get the flight a little bit flatter. Get to carry a little bit more, but he's pretty excited. I think Chad's obviously throwing well as well.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Chad's feeling it. Ooh. Did you get that in? Did he sneak it in?
Very long and maybe just in. Get
Yes.
double pointer in the bucket for sure.
Yes.
We were actually out there talking before. Actually, let's see what this is. I'm gonna say 66-27. Oh, he's consistent.
Nicely done.
Because that's what? Is that his third 66? 65.
Second.
Second, yeah. 65-04. Yeah, he's doing pretty.
Glasses
He's having a good series. I don't know. I feel like Marius could really catch one here if he just keeps it down. He gets a little bit. We were talking about. He gets a little bit greedy at the front.
Mhm,
Tries to get over it early and just throws it to right edge up, and they just flip over. Just needs to get through it a little bit more. Finish the throw. A little bit too much greed again there.
A little excited. So Marius is an interesting guy because he's not as tall as most
No.
in your line of work. He had a lot of success with the
1.17. I think he went 68 mid.
Yes, he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
world under 20 champion.
Yep.
And do you think that his stature, because again, as a human being, he's a large guy, but as a world-class discus thrower, he's not. You think
Yeah.
it's taken him a little longer to get the 2K under control.
Yeah, I think with especially when maybe don't have the limbs,
Mhm.
you know, so like myself or Daniel, or I mean a lot of the other boys, getting that slinging motion. That's I think it's definitely a different throw in timing and how to apply. But he's a ball of muscle. He's got a lot of power behind him. So I think it's just taking him a little bit to acclimatize. But then again, like he's had some good throws. Like he's had 64s with no condition and no wind, which is quite impressive. And then obviously now getting some actual half decent conditions, he's getting some even bigger throws. So yeah, I think he'll slowly transition into a good big meat performer as well. And I mean, yeah, it's good to see the German boys are also competitive now.
Holy cow!
I was pretty sad to hear about Clements rupturing his Achilles at the start of the season. That was pretty sad to hear. I gave him a call, and he had his little boy as well. So we both become dads in the last 12 months.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, he said he was training pretty well, and he'd finally got back off off some other injuries, and then he's done his Achilles, which is pretty sad this year. So,
That's a tough one.
so it's now really Stephen Richter, Marius, and
Mika, if he's got a little
Mika. Yeah, Mika's
pec
having
thing.
the pec stuff, and then
Henrik Janssen.
and Hendrik Janssen. Like it's pretty stacked field. I would say it's probably one of the more stacked out of all the countries at the moment. So
That's a big throw then for Marius to kind of get himself in the mix, get the European Championships qualifier out of the way.
yeah, especially for those guys, like they're obviously got to be able to show up with the qualifier and then perform, which is, you know, I'm in a little bit of a lucky position where I can kind of do what I need to competitions wise because there's no one that has a qualifier or close to at the moment. But those guys, they've got to show up for champs. Same with US and a lot of those other boys. Like it's a mini championship in its own.
That's, I think, explains a lot of the popularity of Ramona. You know, Mika came over 2 years ago, got a jump on the other German guys with a 68, 90.
Yep, and then he's 70 on the Thursday.
Yeah, last year.
Last year, yeah.
But last year's when the other Germans started coming over too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they all said, all right, let's give this a shot. Yeah, I think it obviously gives everyone, especially I think there's two realms of what Ramona is, and I think especially for those kind of guys, like it's nice to get those qualifiers away and not only like get some good distances, but get the qualifiers locked away, so then they can just focus on championships instead of chasing.
Huge.
Which then also in itself also makes the championships more exciting because it's do or die for those competitions.
Right. Oh, he yanked it.
Unlucky.
Manuel's not going to get a big one today, but he'll.
If I was him, I'd go looking for that sector foul just to figure out how far it was because that was
it
was a pretty long one.
I bet he will. Dang it.
No, he's looking good. And a fellow stepper-innerer.
That's right.
Whatever you want to
You
call it.
coached him up a little bit on that, didn't you?
We were talking about it because I laughed. I said, "Oh, my fellow stepfella," and he laughed, and he was asking a couple of things about how to set it up better.
I know he really appreciated the time you took. Yeah, right, it's feeling it today. What the heck?
That's a bit of travel. Some good carry. I love it. He gets so fired up. It's good to watch.
So today, for the first time in my life, I got to hear Ben Harradine sing.
Oh yeah,
he sang a little Oklahoma music,
yeah.
the musical Oklahoma.
He's a talented young man.
Is he? You've heard this before?
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah, for Chad, what is it?
66.92. Very good. 67.92.
Nice.
my.
Well done,
Huge.
Chad Wright. Former NCAA champion.
Wow, good on him. That's
He's
a
been
great
at it a long
PB.
time.
He has been. He's also doing his weightlifting. I think he's trying to make Commonwealth Games for both weightlifting and.
He's going to try to make it for both?
That's what he was saying.
Oh,
he's
my
trying to have a good
gosh.
crack at it.
Let's go, Marius.
Get this flight.
There you go. The right foul line's the spot.
That's carried again.
Hell of a day.
Hell of a day. Great.
So is this a thing in Australian Discus Source? Singing is part of your training?
Yes, we just get it's a lot of kumbaya, you know. Yeah. No, Benny's we actually did Halle. Here we go.
Oh my!
69.47.
That's
Wow.
incredible. That's incredible. I'm so happy for him.
I said to him, I said, mate, you could crack 70 today if you get the flight right.
You're the
He was
Discus
pretty-
Source whisperer.
Hey,
You give out advice and bam, things happen.
I don't know what to say.
It's very different from my wife. She gives out advice and things go sour, right?
Yeah, I heard she was giving some Roger tips.
Yeah, and it didn't work.
It wasn't a happy camper.
No, but what you do want to share that story about you and Rosie at the Olympics?
Yeah, but about me doing myself a disservice. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously he wasn't having a great competition up to round 3, and I just remember saying to him, I said, mate, like you're looking pretty good. Like, you know, I think there's a good one there for you. And then the following throw decided to throw Olympic record, 70 meters flat, and I was like,
Oh, my God.
I wonder, was that me settling his nerves a little bit? Who knows? But
You should set up a service where people can call you during competitions. You'll say something positive for a small fee or a large fee. And
large
bam,
fee, obviously.
large
Yeah,
fee.
large fee. Yeah. No, he's
Hey, how do you, before this broadcast ends, how do you like being a father?
Loving it. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I was talking to Joe about it yesterday as well, and just like obviously I wasn't extremely satisfied with yesterday. And like I did everything I could, but I think when you're trying to throw 76, there's a few things that need to line up outside of your control.
Right.
And yeah, I was frustrated, but then you FaceTime home and you see a photo of him sitting back watching the TV and watching the competition. I think like you feel pretty grateful for those moments. So no, I'm loving it.
Cheers a guy up.
It's a life I'm enjoying living. So
Well, I bet you're a great father.
I appreciate it. I'm trying my best, learning as we go.
And then for you this year, Commonwealth Games is a big one. Diamond League final.
Yep. Yeah. Big year this year. A lot of traveling, a lot of back and forth, but just got to continue the form on. I think we've learned a lot from this week. Like PB or not, I think we're in the best shape again that I've ever been. Just keeping that train kind of rolling.
So there's no kind of change in your training or lessening your training because there's no Olympics or World Championships this year.
No, I think like obviously there's a little bit more room to experiment with certain things, but we haven't changed too much. It's just I think the throw's a bit more stable and where it's a bit of a less is more approach. Not trying to overreach on certain things, and my body's treated me pretty well for nearly 30, so just trying to stay healthy and move well, and then the rest usually takes care of itself. So.
Well, you are a credit to the sport. We love seeing you here in Ramona.
Thanks, mate. Always good to come back. Always good to see a nice stream with some great commentators. So,
well, thanks. It's a pleasure to comment on folks like you.
I appreciate it.
Tell Herodine I need to hear some more singing.
Mate,
so if you could send me some more voice.
Just tell him to do a live stream. He'll do it. He's done some in the past. He'll do some more in the future.
It doesn't take much. I won't have to twist his arm.
No. I think he'll do it before you even ask him. So he's a very talented man. So.
Awesome.
Easy.
All right.
Thanks for having me on the stream. I'm going to go congratulate Marius. What
Thanks,
a throw.
man. Thanks. Great to see you.
No
We'll talk soon. There's Wolfgang Schmidt congratulating Marius and Steven Richter. That's a powerful German trio. Hey, we're going to sign off here shortly. I just want to again thank Throws Pro for making this possible. I want to thank Andrew and the whole crew for doing an amazing job. Throws University. Holy cow, Coach. Another fantastic week.
Thank you, Fiber Sport. Thank you, Throws University, Andrew and his entire crew. Thank you, Don Milliken, Caleb Seal, all the university, all of the USATF officials that made this possible, and I'm sure Caleb Seal and all of the folks that help out here at Throwtown Ramona as well. And thanks to my partner Dan McQuaid. It's fun to do this with you.
Let's do it again next year, huh?
If they'll have us back. We might get kicked off. Who knows?
We'll do our best. Oh, we got Paulie coming on here.
Oh, yeah, and
Is he gonna
Paulie
get
throws.
Marius?
Thanks to
Gotta
Paulie
get the
throws.
license right. Is your last name Cargis or Cargis? Cargis. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got Marius Cargis here with me out of Germany, closing out the action here at the 2026 Ramona World Invitational with the bang. 69-47 on your last throw. PR 3 times in the same series.
Yeah.
You're smiling right now. How are you feeling?
I'm just relieved. I came here with big intentions and couldn't execute it in the first competition. So I'm just glad that it all worked out in the second comp at the very end, and that I didn't come here for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you came here with a personal best of 64 meters 11.
Yeah.
You're leaving at 69-47. Were you expecting, if you were able to execute the way you did today, were you expecting that big of a PB?
Actually, yes. I thought more about around 67 to 68 meters because I knew what I could throw without wind. And as the previous competition has shown, you can add a number of meters to your PB if you execute it right. And today the wind was super strong, so I just had to get it right and get it PB finally.
Yeah, it might be a good thing you guys didn't get moved to yesterday,
Yeah.
like the A and the B flights did. Talk us through today when you PB. I think round 2 is the first one. You go 66, and then as you go 68 and then 69. When you're seeing these marks that you've never seen in competition before, how do you kind of stay calm and not get too excited on the throw?
Actually, after I thrown like 66 meters, It was a very bad throw. It just went like this and pushed all the way to 66, and I was, oh my god, because in my first throw I had a much better throw. That had a much better flight, but it was a foul, unfortunately. And so I knew if I just get it right, there is way more in the tank. And before this competition, I mentally prepared myself for thinking big, because I wanted to step into another club and stepping on the next stage. And so I just thought, man, now's the chance, concentrate and execute.
Yeah, you definitely took a step into a new club today, but there's a lot of other Germans in that club. You got Steven over there who went 74 on Thursday. We saw what Mika and Clemens did here last year. You got Daniel and Henrik as well. There's only 3 spots on that team for the European Championships. But what does a competition like this kind of build for you confidence-wise as you move into the German Championships, and then it's top 2 at German Championships and then 1 discretionary spot, right?
So actually, I think it opens your mind for bigger distances. You have to be realistic. It's normal that I won't have like this kind of distances in another competition so soon. So I keep that in mind, but we'll work on getting close to this mark from year to year now. So somewhen I can maybe throw this without as strong wind as now.
Yeah. You threw this mark in front of a legend of German throwing, Wolfgang Schmidt, over there. I saw you talked to him a little bit after that. How cool is it to be able to have the best throw of your career in front of a former world record holder and Olympic medalist?
I'm so proud that I could show him such a throw today, because it's a big motivation to have somebody like him watching you. And I'm somebody who gets if I get excited, it pushes my performance positively. I need that adrenaline and all that stuff. So it's so nice. I already talked to him yesterday, and I'm just so proud that I could execute with him watching me.
Yeah, well, I think you're making you and Steven made him proud this weekend too. What's on the schedule for you coming up soon?
Actually, I'm going back home. Then we're having a training camp with the national team. And after that, like around the mid of May, we're starting our competitions in Germany. There's a couple of them. And then we'll just build up until the German Championships to earn one of the spots for the European Championships, hopefully.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the big weekend, Marius, and good luck the rest of the season.
All right, my friends. I want to say if you've been watching all weekend long the Throwtown Ramona World, there's a final ceremonial throw by one of the hardest working shaggers out there and markers. Well deserved. There you see Caleb Seal, the hardest working man out here in the white T-shirt, walking off screen over there. A couple ceremonial throws by the folks out here. I want to say thanks to everybody who's watching on Throws University's live coverage of the World Invitational 2026 USATF Tour. This has been an absolute pleasure to bring you this coverage. Thanks to USATF TV for their simulcast coverage of the big events. Thanks to Throws Pro and Thrower Axe for their sponsorship. Thanks to Fiber Sport. Thanks to everybody at Throws University for their tireless work and the Throws community. And thanks to X-Force Creatives for their incredible production and their entire team led by Andrew Saylor. Don Milliken, Caleb Seal, amazing what you do for the throwing community, and thanks to all the throwers, all the hard work, and for coming out here and performing. It is wonderful to watch and commentate on this. We'll be back next year for more. For now, everybody, keep throwing far. It's been fun. Thanks.